over the course of the last 1 to 2 weeks, we've seen a sharp surge coming in a packaging space altogether. Be it the paper stocks or the packaging sector as a whole. We've seen sharp surge come in most of these counters. If you not look at the intraday movement, but look at the movement in these particular counters over the course of the last 5 days, you will actually make out that there's been a sharp spike in most of these counters, be it Cosmo Films or be it Polyplex packaging or be it JK paper or be it also West Coast paper. All of these counters have seen a sharp surge over the course of the last 5 to 7 odd trading sessions. And we'll talk to our experts as to what does this actually mean, why such a movement coming in on all of these counters, what has changed fundamentally for all of them. So let's bring on board our guests for today. We have Kunal Bothra as well as Rajesh Agarwal joining us. Good morning, Rajesh, as well as Kunal. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now and especially on Buy Now, Sell Now. Rajesh, I'll come first to you. What's actually changed for the entire packaging sector? How much of the crude as well as the other commodity prices impact these particular stocks, as well as with the fact that everything is opening up slowly, which means that more demand for paper, more demand for packaging materials?
You said it right. As we move to unlock, there would be more demand for packaging and more demand for paper, and that's one of the major factors which is playing at this point of time for both the sectors. And as far as the Indian packaging industry is concerned, I find that industry to be growing at a very fast pace because of increased demand from e-commerce industry or a processed food industry. Even demand from organized retail is going up. They have been reporting steady growth from the past several years, and we expect at least 25% CAGR growth in the next 5 years. Not only in domestic market, but export market is also doing well. And the best part is 80 to 85% of the players in this industry is either unorganized or SME. So basically, only 15 to 20% of the market is with the listed players, and they are gaining good ground because of their scale of operations. Processed food, hard and soft drinks, fruit and marine products. These are some of the products which are attracting a lot of packaging demands. And as far as paper is concerned, there is a whole lot of shortage of waste paper, which is again fueling the prices. The prices have gone up not only for raw material, but even for the finished goods. Most of the paper producers have increased prices in the recent past. And with the opening of schools and offices, I think paper demand is again going to go up. And we should not forget the entire paper sector stocks and the packaging stocks has underperformed the market in the last 2 years or so. When the market was all booming, these stocks were underperforming. So there is a lot of catch-up game to happen. As far as stocks are concerned, I would go with, in packaging, I would go with Uflex with a target of 700 odd rupees. It is into flexible packaging. The numbers were strong. Valuations are less than 5. In the other one would be Polyplex. This is one of the 7th largest players in global thin BOPT market. And they have done a 60,000 tons per annum capacity expansion in Indonesia. This is going on stream. They have enough capex planned for the next 2 years. And the best part is every quarter they dole out good amount of dividends. We have a short-term target of 2,500 rupees in this stock. And sometimes back it was reported that the promoters are trying to sell out their stake to a buyer. If that happens, that would be a huge figure for the stock. And in paper, we would like to go with West Coast paper with a target of 400 odd rupees. This company has a capacity of 3,20,000 tons per annum and has a 72% holding in Andhra paper, which again has 2,42,000 tons per annum capacity. So the capacity is very huge. And with the banning of plastic and other things and the opening of school, I think demand is going to go up. Valuations are very attractive, less than 10 times earnings. So I think with a target of 400, one can go along on West Coast. One thing I would like to reiterate is in all these 3 stocks, one has to keep a time horizon of 6 to 9 months.
So that's a comprehensive view on the paper and packaging space on the fundamentals. Kunal, I'm coming to you on the technicals. What stands out?
A lot of stocks from the paper stocks as well as from the packaging space, they look attractive. Then one stock which I have outlined in terms of chart patterns today is West Coast paper. The stock has given a multi-year breakout for itself. So, many of the stocks, they are perched at fresh highs for themselves like JK paper. But West Coast paper is a stock which has given a multi-year breakout, but it's still below its all-time high levels. So if there's any potential of a trend which could ensue into these paper stocks, then I believe West Coast paper could actually turn out to be a good risk reward play even from current levels. 300 approximately was the previous major breakout point for the stock, and I believe the stock sustains that 300 mark. We could be looking at the stock inching slowly and gradually towards the 400 levels as well.